Oh my God, this is so important, bro. Lean in. I'm about to tell you something that most creators for real don't even know exists. I'm talking about the difference between how most people think algorithms work and how it actually works. You're about to find out that keywords are trash. I know my content creators are lost right now because I was like yesterday days old when I found out, and like y'all, obsessed with keywords. They're stuffed in our titles with phrases like AI side hustle and make money online, thinking the algorithm is just sitting there with a dictionary checking off boxes.
You sure about that?
And look, that's not completely wrong. It's incomplete, and incomplete will keep us invisible. Bummer is, modern YouTube and Google don't think in words the way we do. They think in meaning, in entities, in concepts and relationships between ideas. And today I'm going to show you how to speak that language without sounding like a robot.
Alrighty then.
So the right people find you consistently on purpose. This is your shift from keywords to nodes, and it changes everything. Let's start with the basics. A keyword is basically just a string of words. Make money online, best funnel, AI side hustle. Cool, but here's the problem. Those phrases are vague. They could mean 10 completely different things depending on who's saying them. A node, on the other hand, is a thing, a real specific named entity or concept that a classification system can grab onto and place on a map. Think about something like ChatGPT. That's a node. System.io is a node. LinkedIn is a node. Sales funnel, lead magnet, marketing automation. Those are nodes. They're not just words, they are defined things that exist in the real world. And the algorithm already knows what they are, who cares about them, and what else belongs near them, like the other corresponding terms. The distinction sounds small, but it's not. When you speak in keywords, you're being vague, and the system has to guess what neighborhood you belong in. When you speak in nodes, you're giving the system GPS coordinates. You're saying, put me here, right next to these people, talking to that audience, and that is how you become recommendable. You ever hear someone say, YouTube doesn't care about your title or description anymore? I haven't, but Google Gemini thinks it's a thing, so fuck it, I'll play along. This is wrong. Titles and descriptions are still very important. The tube absolutely still uses your title, your description, your tags, and the actual spoken content of your video to understand relevance for the search engine. After it kicks off, engagement tells it whether or not to keep pushing. That's how it's been, and that's how it is.
Do it!
What has changed is how it understands relevance. It's not just looking for matching text strings anymore. YouTube's own research shows that recommendation models learn better from content-derived meaning, not just surface-level phrases. Let me translate. The entities you name, the concepts you connect, and the relationships between those ideas inside your content, all of that is feeding the machine. The words coming out of your mouth on camera matter. What you name in your script matters. The conceptual neighborhood you build around your topic, that gets you placed correctly and recommended repeatedly. So here's how this works in practice using this channel as an example. If I want the algorithm to know exactly who I serve and what I talk about, I have to constantly live inside the connected neighborhoods of related nodes. And for a channel like this one, focus on online entrepreneurship, marketing systems, and AI tools, those neighborhoods look something like this. There's an online entrepreneurship neighborhood where you're talking about things like business models, recurring revenue, and scalability. Right next door is the marketing systems neighborhood. Sales funnels, lead magnets, email sequences, automation. Then there's a creator growth neighborhood covering YouTube Studio, click-through rates, audience retention, suggested videos. And finally, the AI as a tool neighborhood. ChatGPT, prompt engineering, workflows, productivity. Now here's the power move. When I say system.io in the same breath as sales funnel, email marketing, and automation rules, I'm not just keyword stuffing. I'm establishing coordinates. I'm telling the system to put me in the marketing automation aisle, recommend me right next to the creators teaching funnels and conversion. That is how you become findable to the right people, not just found once, but repeatedly placed in front of your exact audience. Okay, so how do you actually do this without sounding like you swallowed a textbook? 3 things: anchor, neighbors, and proof. That's the whole system. The anchor node is the one main thing your video is about. 1, not 5, not a theme, not a vibe, one specific entity. It could be system.io. It could be affiliate marketing. It could be ChatGPT workflows. Pick one thing and build around it. Neighbor nodes are the 8 to 12 related concepts that naturally belong around the anchor. If the anchor is system.io, your neighbors might include landing pages, lead magnets, email sequences, automation rules, and conversion rate. You don't read these off like a list. You just talk about them naturally as part of explaining your anchor. That's the whole game. Proof is where most people completely fall apart. Don't just say funnels work, show the funnel map. Walk through the automation trigger. Pull up the analytics screenshot. This isn't just for the algorithm, this is for the viewer, because the viewer satisfaction is the real boss. The algorithm measures how long people stay, whether they click and come back. Proof creates satisfaction. Satisfaction creates growth. A creator making a video about AI and income generation might say something like, AI can help you make money online. That's fog. That doesn't mean anything to anyone. Here's the node-rich version of the same idea. Here's how I use ChatGPT to write a lead magnet. Then I build the landing page and email sequence inside system.io, and I track the conversion rate in the funnel dashboard. That's the full workflow. One sentence and it naturally hits ChatGPT, lead magnet, landing page, email sequence, system.io, conversion rate, and workflow. All notes, all clear, all sounding completely natural. That's not an accident. That's intentional architecture. And it's what separates content that gets placed from content that gets ignored. Here's a quick gut check I want you to run on your own content. Ask yourself 2 questions. Could your script be swapped out with literally any other creator script in your niche? And could your title be dropped into any other channel without anyone noticing? If the answer to either of those questions is yes, it's too generic. The system can't place it. The algorithm doesn't know what neighborhood it belongs in. And honestly, neither does the viewer. But if your content has a clear anchor entity, a cluster of natural neighbor nodes, and a real mechanism or proof point, it becomes distinct, classifiable, recommendable. That's when the platform starts matching you to the right people automatically, because you've already told it exactly who those people are. Now look, I'm not going to just leave you with a theory. Here's the practical tool you can use today. Open Gemini and paste this prompt along with your script. Analyze this script as if you are YouTube and Google's classification system. Identify the primary entities and concepts, the anchor node and neighbor nodes. List any missing related entities that would increase clarity and authority for this topic. Rewrite my hook and my first 2 description lines to naturally include the anchor node and 3 to 5 contextual nodes. Flag any vague phrases and suggest specific canonical replacements. Take that output and use it like a map, not a mandate. You're not trying to sound like AI generated your content. You're trying to sound like you, just more precise, more intentional, more classifiable. So here's what I want you to do right now, not eventually, today. Pick your next video topic, choose one anchor node, just one specific entity or concept that the whole video is really about. Then build out 8 to 12 neighbor nodes that naturally belong in that conversation. Record using those nodes as your guide, not as a checklist you're reading off, and add one proof artifact, a screenshot, a workflow demo, analytics breakdown, a real result, something tangible that validates the thing that you just taught. Do that consistently and your content stops being generic advice. It becomes a structured system and systems compound. Here's the thing I want you to sit with before you close this video. We're not doing this just to get views. We're building digital assets because when the algorithm truly understands your nodes, when it knows your neighborhood, it sends you the right audience, the right leads, the right buyers consistently over time without starting from zero every single video. That's how you build income streams that actually compound. That's how you escape low-yield labor and build something that outlives your next paycheck. And that's why I care about this stuff. Because I know what it's like to work hard with nothing to show for it, and I refuse to let people in this community keep doing the same. This is precision, this is leverage, and now you have it. If you're ready to stop duct taping tools together and actually build a system, System is where to start. You can get in for free, no credit card required, and build your funnel, your email campaigns, and your automation workflow all in one place. Head to system.mrtherapy.com or hit my top link in my bio. Keep stacking those odds in your favor for success, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and good stuff.